we have ourselves a developing story, and it involves a very small finger on a very large man. Knicks center Mitchell Robinson has a broken right pinky, and there is currently no timetable for his return. This news comes out 3 days after the Knicks sweep Cleveland to reach their first NBA Finals since 1999. Game 1 is Wednesday, giving Robinson 5 days before the series begins. So, Winman, let's start with whatever it is we do or don't know. What do we know about the Robinson injury, his status for Game 1, and the impact this will have on the Knicks?
Well, he's obviously a very important player because he is one of very few Knicks big men. The Knicks' really third big man is OG Anunoby in the postseason. He spells Karl Towns. He is an absolute quintessential energy player, creates extra possessions. I will say, if you are going to have an injury to a player on a hand, it would be a non-skill player. He is a non-skill player in terms of his hands. He has 28 baskets in the playoffs. 21 of them are dunks. The other ones of them are inside 3 feet. The finger injury, it depends on many factors. Did he need surgery? Is this an injury to a ligament? Is something where you can just buddy wrap it and deal with pain? These are questions that are probably going to be answered over the next few days. It would be more concerning if a guard had a hand injury, but this is definitely depressing news for the Knicks, who had a clean injury report after the conference finals.
And everything is going so perfectly for them. All of the rest, all of the advantages. And then you look at your phone yesterday, like Sham saying, what? How in the world do you break your finger? Then there's been all this video that's come out of some things that happened in Game 4, and maybe it happened there. It's still not 100% clear when or how the injury happened. What other senses are you getting?
That this is critical, that this is, when you win or lose NBA Finals, they're on the margins. Offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding, protecting the rim. Let's say they play against Oklahoma City, and they have 2 big men, Chet and Isaiah Hartenstein. This leaves the Knicks short-handed on the front line, along with Karl Anthony Towns, who we know can get in foul trouble. Mitchell Robinson being there as a screener, as someone who can play above the rim. Like, he has 28 field goals. I guarantee you every one of those field goals are either assisted or off of offensive rebounding because of missed shots. That is a critical element of what the Knicks do. They've been playing so well offensively that you kind of overlook that stuff. But I think this has a chance to be a series-turning injury.
If he doesn't need surgery, he gonna play. Like, if you're Jalen Brunson, like, hey, look, dog, like, I get it, this new school of basketball, pinky injuries, like, but if you don't need surgery, we need you to strap that up.
Yeah.
I throw the ball lobs at the rim. I'm gonna need you to go get that. And defensively, I'm gonna need you to be a presence. We're gonna have to play through pain. Nothing that you've accomplished in life isn't through some adversity. And this is one of those moments where, yeah, if it's a pinky injury, if you don't need surgery and you can't hurt yourself anymore, I'm gonna need you to play through that, because if a matchup against OKC, we have to worry about Karl Anthony Towns being in foul trouble. And if it's a matchup against this 7'5", 7'6" alien, we're going to need you on the court to spell cat some minutes. We're going to need you on the court to win a championship.
So I agree with you, and I think if it is even remotely physically possible, he's going to play. The question is, what impact? I mean, if you just sort of assess, because you said to me earlier, you once had a similar injury to your non-shooting hand.
Yep.
And I said, jokingly, but not really, I'm not sure if he has a shooting hand, right? I mean, that's not really part of his game. So what impact do you think it actually has?
Just around feel, around lobs at the rim, getting rebounds, securing it strong with 2 hands. And by the way, like, I know people at home don't like to hear that style of basketball, but you guys have to understand, like, we got Steve Smith in the room today, right?
Yeah.
Like, savage with what he does. There are players in the league that pay attention to injury reports. Why do you start saying lower body injury?
Right.
It didn't specify what it is. Your hand is something every single time you get a chance to get a rebound, somebody swiping down on your hand. If you get a lob at the rim, somebody swiping at the rim, you have to play through that, because now the world
It's a target.
knows. Yes.
It is a target, and if you got a bad wrist, they're going to slap at the wrist. And you may say, oh, that's a little, whatever it is.
It's dirty, whatever.
It's not. It is winning a championship is hard, and you have to win at the margins, and now he has just made himself a target.
Well, for sure. And that's been true in every sport since the beginning of time, and it always will be. Wendy, finish it up here, because it does feel like a Knicks team that has nothing but a parade of good news for the last month gets to whatever degree this is, gets a tough break here.
Yeah, here's the thing. There's still 5 days between now and Game 1. He would have more days. Even if he isn't ready to start the series, there's a long period of time. I got to think he's going to be able to put his fingerprints on this series. And also, look, he's headed into free agency. If he heroically comes back from this injury and is able to make an impact, it potentially is a wonderful story. But that is something that is a hard sell today when you're still shocked with this news.
Absolutely. Yeah, it came across as a big surprise yesterday. So obviously we have a lot more basketball to get to, and Steve is here with all our football conversation. And then
let's do game 6.
Everyone's wondering what kind of response we would get. What a start for Wemby.
Wembanyama is just one big burst here tonight.
Man, what a finish. The defense of the Spurs, they have answered the bell here.
Oklahoma City is absolutely disconnected.
They just punched and we didn't punch back.
20-0 run for the Spurs.
This is a scary Spurs team.
The Spurs have pulled it off, and there will be a 7th game.
Certainly will. After the Spurs never trailed in Game 6, they win by 27. It's the 4th largest win by any team facing elimination against the defending champion in NBA history. You see the others on your screen. And speaking of screens, Jay doing what he does best. He's got a touch screen to show exactly how the Spurs, leveraged their physicality to force this Game 7.
Yeah, actually, I think we're going to do something different, Grinny, here on this one. This is a special segment. First off, I'd say SGA is one of the most special players we have in the game of basketball. He is elite when he plays up and down. There's a reason why he's 2-time MVP. But cue this. We're going to have this segment that's going to call Life Alert with SGA. Okay. Help me, I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Oh, no.
Okay? Let's just talk through it. SGA at the top of the key here is going to start driving down the lane. And as he drives down the lane, I want everybody to pay attention to where he is. Time and situation. Goes up, fading away, straight up and down. Can make that shot. Player defending him in the pocket, not extending. Why fall down? Falls down, number 1. Why? No need to fall down, SGA. Play through it. Next possession, literally going for the ball. Goes up for it. Vassell's there. Creates contact. Look at the elbow that he uses, Green, right here.
Yeah.
He's literally using the elbow in his chest.
Right.
His elbow's in his chest.
He is
vertical.
Yeah.
He is vertical. Why? Just lay the ball in. I fall and I can't get up again. Part number 2. Now, this is not only SGA. Their whole team does this. This is why I said every possession feels like a negotiation with the refs. Watch Lou Dort, who's going to be in this little spot here as the play goes. Lou Dort is right here.
Okay.
He's right here. Cornette here, Lou there, okay? Lou's coming on the play. He comes off the screen. What is that? He falls down? Why fall down? Just get over the screen. You didn't get hit like that. Makes another shot. SGA, once again at the top. He's going to drive. He's going to get all the way to the lane. Easy little lay in here. Goes up. Nobody's on him. Is anybody on him? Nobody's on him. 3 guys around him. 1, 2, 3. Nobody's touching him. A nice little easy left-handed lay at the rim, right? Go up. Easy. Why fall? Why fall? And then the last play, I don't understand. It's the last play. This is Castle.
Right.
Because this happens. I want you to see what it looks like when you get hit and you play through contact. So when people start talking about Kobe or Michael, those dudes, they got away from contact, but it's about making the shot. Watch how Castle absorbs it. Watch how Dort goes over the screen again, does this similar flopping thing again. I don't know what that is for no reason. Castle gets over the play, then he starts to make the play. He's going to drive. We're going to watch it in slow-mo. Drives, Dort is there, gets over the top. Watch the way he gets hit in the head.
Yep.
Crack in the head. And 1. These young bucks are playing through contact. They're not falling each and every possession. SGA, because he's not scoring, because he's getting strapped up defensively, his way of scoring is at the free throw line. He's looking for the contact instead of looking for the shot. That's the difference between the way the two teams are playing.
Boy, that is really well designed and really well demonstrated. I think it's becoming clearly the story, whether that's reasonable or not. It's fair, it's not, it's fun, it's not. It is the story of the series so far, and we'll see how it is called on Sunday.
I hate that the game is coming down to us using terminology like life alert with SGA, help me, I've fallen, I can't get up.
I know.
But honestly, when he plays, he's so talented, he doesn't need to play the game that way because he can still drop 30 if you just were to play through contact and be strong.
It's really well done. All right, Jay, well, with that, that's the story in the West. In the East,